What is going on, guys? Welcome back. The video you're about to watch is taken from my full album reaction, which is live on Patreon. If you would like to support me directly as a creator, the link is in the description. Let's get into the video. Yeah, I've heard this 100%. Nice. Alright, I've heard that one before, definitely. It's been a while now. I think it's more so like the lead vocalist's like his cadence really sticks out to me. His vocal style, he sounds really unique. I think it takes a little bit getting used to, and I feel like he'll be a bit of an acquired taste because the overall track sounds really good. It sounds really well polished. Like I said, it has that kind of like new metal feel. It almost feels nostalgic, even though it's still very new. But he almost sounds like he's out of tune. I think I said that before in like one of my old videos or something where I was referring to Landmvrks, or maybe I've said it on stream before or something. Oh! Can you say what the time that you've done? Give me a break! Put the foot in the sand and you feel the sand because you don't want to block me! What a way! Every trace of you! Wow. I can see you! But I don't know how to feel! Oh! Bring that back. I feel like when I get used to the vocal delivery, it will probably become a lot better, because not only does everything sound so good, now it's adding like a completely different element to it. It's like a completely unique sound. It's not like a standard sounding like metalcore vocalist. It does, again, still kind of sound out of tune to me, but it does add a different element to it. It's, you know, you kind of get used to it the more you listen to it. I can't remember which album it was I said it about recently, but this track feels like that track on the album that you kind of, you know, goes unnoticed for a while after a few listens, and then you start listening to the album back to back, and then all of a sudden you find you kind of like gravitate back towards this one where originally you slept on it. I feel that one feels very much so like that. It just has a nice kind of a nice tempo to it, and there's a little bit of melody in it. Now, the melody wasn't really catching with me there, but I think the tempo, the nice pacing in it. The food I'm having by the way, is so bad. It's so dry. It's basically like chips seasoned with... Réveille un pincement au cœur, j'ai dû en rêver encore. Je nourris de sombres dessins, mais j'ai l'amour des miens pour apaiser la douleur au fond de mon torse. On faisait la paix et c'est un fait rare. On fera la guerre avec mes frères d'armes. Ouais, j'ai pas l'intention de rester derrière la fille. That's pretty cool. Prendre la fille pour qu'on m'y persuade. I'm guessing it's I have the intention to stay. Oh, what does that mean? Oh, man. Oh, these are all like words I've seen so many times, but I sucked at French. Ah, I suck. What a waste of 6 years, man. Je vois la ligne d'arrivée, mes questionnaires. Oh, fuck me. He's really testing me with these. Wow. This is really embarrassing. Anyway, I tried. Nice. He's bark at me. No. It's kind of like a, although it feels like the old new metal days, it still feels like a modern version of like Linkin Park, maybe. If Chester Bennington was French, that's probably the best way of putting it. Oh, didn't mean to do that. I mean, everything sounds really, really good to me. It's just not really resonating with me massively. Like, it sounds great, but musically, I haven't really found myself really getting into any grooves. Not really like finding massive pleasure in the vocals or anything like that. It does, again, it has that unique element to it, which is kind of keeping me interested. But yeah, I don't know. The guitars are very chunky. They do sound kind of like a little bit different the way they're tuned, or it's just, I don't even know if it's the way they're tuned or it's the way they're played. You know, it's like, it's very, very crunchy riffs, like real crunchy, loud, open room riffs. Yeah, I don't know. It sounds like they've kind of removed all bass from the riffs, if that makes sense. Like the guitars sound really thinned out, which doesn't sound bad, but I think it kind of can lack a bit of atmosphere sometimes when it's like that. But yeah, it's again, like I said, I don't think there's been any bad tracks so far, but there's just not really been any massive moments that I've kind of like said, oh yeah, that's playlist straight away.
That I feel like we're a day inside, but everyone is more concerned about what's happening. So in the morning, I don't want to see this morning just a facade when everything is crumbling. But tell me, tell you to the warnings. Now everything is getting worse. All the other no strength to rise. I don't want it to end my life now and forever. I don't want to feel a thing, I want to stay out of it. Because myself, I'm gonna feel like I'm a break. I don't want to be the same, I'm gonna go to hell if I want to forget about it. I'm feeling this again. Say no fucking thing, say no word. I don't care.
Alright, I've got to go back on this one. This reminds me of, they sound like Tech 9 and Gojira if they made a collaboration song. Is it? It is. That's all. I'm gonna get the artist copyright off me if I keep that playing. So.
This is the end of all things.
Have you ever been alive to hell? I'm on a highway to hell.
Just say you fucking why. I'm not with you anymore.
Yeah, I feel like the chorus maybe will grow me a little bit on that one, but other than that, not really grabbing me again. But it's just hard to tell first listen. But so far, nah, not really. Nothing like really clicked with me in that one. Statement. Big statement.
Time to watch it burn.
Oh. This tempo always reminds me of Slipknot. No matter what song it is, no matter what artist is singing, all the other musical components combined, if the song has this kind of tempo, I just instantly just think of Slipknot.
I did my time and I went out, so abusive.
Yeah, it just reminds me of Slipknot. One, the pacing, but also the way in which the guitar sounds. There's like a lot of bass stripped out of it, so it's really like thinned out, you know.
I've been smoking, will drag me too. I don't feel the pain at all. This life is overrated.
I know he's French, and I'm guessing he's probably like not a fluent, well, he probably isn't a fluent English speaker considering he's writing lyrics in French, but I'm guessing French is his first language, and I would imagine he speaks with an accent. Again, I'm completely jumping to conclusions here, but you know, logic would suggest him being French, and by the way in which he's pronouncing certain words and that kind of thing, it's just, I don't know if it's like the way he's pronouncing certain things and the way he's saying it is like, and his cadence and everything about the sound, it's doable to a certain extent on certain songs. So I think on other tracks, he sounds like he's having a temper tantrum. It sounds to me like someone's like I don't mean kid disrespectfully, but I mean like, I suppose there's no other way to really say that without sounding disrespectful, but it just kind of reminds me of like a child having a temper tantrum. Like he's just throwing all his toys out of the pram. He's had enough, and he's like just screaming till his vocals completely distort and starts breaking, and his voice is squeaking and that kind of thing, you know. No, I don't know. That I didn't like that last chorus. I think that kind of threw me, but I think the overall instrumentals on it were good. A lot of like I said, that Slipknot pacing, but it also had kind of like that weird flangery Gojira sound that Gojira have used in certain albums. So I don't know if that's a direct influence, being the fact that, you know, Gojira are French as well. So but yeah, like overall the album's not too bad. This is the last track, so I'll let it play out and then I'll give my final thoughts, but a little bit like 50-50 for me at the moment.
Shouting on my grief until my words collide. I've never been so alive, but my body's paralyzed.
I like this.
I can run to my face, but my body's paralyzed. It's ripping on my cheeks, but there's nothing left to cry. You're way too close.
That was one of the stronger tracks on the album, in my opinion.